They want you to go, bro. They want you to go.
Mask stuck in my earring. Wow. Hi. Everybody please stay risen and welcome graduate Brandy Babbitt for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now please welcome Dr. Gina Edwards, Chair of Clinical Sciences for the Invocation.
Feel free to bow your heads, please. As we gather to honor these graduates, please let us bow our heads in reverence to all faiths, beliefs, deities, and our communities. We give thanks for this special day as we celebrate the achievements of our graduate studies. We also give thanks for their opportunity to learn, grow throughout this rigorous and most challenging program. May all that they have learned continue to weave truth into their lives as their understanding of that knowledge continues and grows. May wisdom remain with these graduates as they go forth and discover their place in this beautiful world around us. May their lives be of use to humanity. May their talents and intelligence help heal the world. May they remember their own abundance by remembering the abundance they have to give. And may they serve their community with grace and love. May it be so. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Congratulations. Please take your seats. I'm Dr. Lauren Klum, Dean of Clinical Operations here at the Life West Health Center. And I'd like to thank you all for being here on this. Oh, yes, this is mine. My gosh, I'm so nervous. I totally had this moment that I thought it was yours. Oh gosh. I'm Dr. Lauren Klum. And I'm introducing Dr. Ron Oberstein. It's my great honor to introduce the third president of Life Chiropractic College West, Dr. Ron Oberstein. Dr. Oberstein graduated from Life Chiropractic College, now Life University, in 1981 and was in active practice for 36 years before taking the presidency of Life Chiropractic College West. Prior to becoming the president of Life West, Dr. Oberstein was a member of the Life West Board of Regents from 1991 to 2016, including 2 years as the chairman of the board. He served in instructional and leadership roles in numerous organizations, taught chiropractic technique, philosophy and principles, and mentored chiropractors around the world. Dr. Oberstein strongly conveys chiropractic vitalism with a deep understanding of the salutogenic health model and its incredible value for patient care. Dr. Oberstein and his wife of 34 years, Dr. Mary Oberstein, practiced together since 1986. They travel the world spreading the chiropractic message and have 3 daughters, Doctors Lauren, Morgan, and Sydney, all of whom are chiropractors. Please welcome Dr. Ron Oberstein.
All right. Well, if you're old enough to remember the show, Whose Line Is It? I'm Dr. Lauren Klum. Will the real Dr. Lauren Klum please stand up? And then people go like this and go like that, and finally they'd stand. All right. Well, good afternoon, and welcome to Life Chiropractic College West's 80th graduation ceremony. I'd like to welcome all of our graduates' families, relatives, significant others, and friends who are with us to celebrate this wonderful occasion. And also welcome to everyone from the college, including our faculty, administration, and staff, and all the doctors of chiropractic who are in the audience today. Thank you all for your presence. This is a very significant graduation. If you're not aware, we're finishing up the celebration of our 40th year. On March 13th, 1981, Life Chiropractic College West came into existence. And this, the whole year we've been celebrating. We've been celebrating give for our first quarter, do for our second quarter, love for our third quarter, and this quarter has been serve. So we're gonna have a very, very special occasion today, and I am so honored to have each and every one of you with us. We're also being live streamed throughout the world. So if you want to be seen in India, Canada, wherever else, just make sure at some point, walk by the back and wave in the camera, so you can do that. But it is very special. And what we have to do is be able to look and see where we were and where we've came from, right? And this day is it's a day that's been anticipated by our graduates, our faculty, and our staff and administration. We're celebrating the culmination of years of study, tests, patient care, and hard work by our graduates. And we can finally see the finish line. On behalf of the college and the Board of Regents, we welcome all of you here tonight. We start this evening with our recognition of our salutatorians. And it's my honor to introduce the salutatorians for the fall 2021 class and the winter 2022 class. The salutatorian is traditionally the student who has the second highest cumulative grade point average in each cohort represented at commencement. This year, we have 2 students from the fall class of 2021 who are co-salutatorians, as they both had the identical grade point average. So when I call your name, if you'd please come up onto the stage. The first fall 2021 salutatorian is Chelsea McAllister. And our second fall 2021 salutatorian is Rachel Wonghomer. All right. Our winter 2022 salutatorian is Sagi Hebron. Too many cameras and views. Perfect. Now what I'd like to do is introduce our valedictorians for the evening. Our valedictorians are the students who had the highest cumulative grade point average in their respective cohorts. We happen to have 3 tonight. I'll explain that in a little bit if you be able to figure it out. Our valedictorian for our fall 2021 class is Nicole Wong Homer.
Fall class of 2021. As I reflect back on the last 3.5 years, I realized that everything that we have gone through during this program was foreshadowing life after graduation. We started, some of us feeling as though it was a risk to start school all over again. Many of us had careers in something else before starting this journey. Some of us just finished their undergraduate programs and were thinking to themselves, is 3.5 years of school really the answer? There was almost a naivety or a blind trust in the process that this would all be worth it. It was at this moment that we met our fellow classmates. Every walk of life represented in our little summer cohort, sharing the same dream and vision to leave the world a better place than how we found it. And thus we began our LifeWest journey. Throughout the program, there were days, weeks, months, sometimes even entire quarters where we felt like we were juggling 500 different things. Just 11 midterms, 4 assignments, 2 discussion posts, and a presentation, all due this week. No biggie. We got used to it. But somehow we were able to stay motivated and marched on quarter by quarter. What got us through those times were late night study groups on campus, studying for CNS and bone and joint, hours of open lab adjustments for Dr. Kolsa's or Dr. Curry's classes, talking through lines of drive, and a lot of cohort camaraderie that each one of us displayed at different points in our program. Let us not forget every single person who has ever volunteered to be the person that we set up on in technique class, especially Alice. At some points, it seemed as though we couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We may have had some self-limiting thoughts, usually right before one of our board exams. But I hope that sitting here with you all in our gowns, about to walk across this stage, we realize that ultimately we have total control over our thoughts and our life paths. So now we're here, a momentous celebration of achievement that has culminated from mental fortitude, patience, and courage. So how is this all foreshadowing life after graduation? Whatever we decide to pursue, from this point on, we're going to be jumping into the unknown with the same risk, but the same vision, building a better humanity. It will take a lot of hard work, juggling our personal and business lives. We may feel weighed down. We may even have some of the same self-limiting thoughts that we had before. But as long as we maintain our self-confidence, determination, and courage, we can and will accomplish something as impressive as what we've done the last 3.5 years. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention and show love and gratitude to those who have been and continue to be our biggest cheerleaders, propping us up, always behind the scenes. To our families and friends, I will speak for all of us. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. And to my wife, Rachel, I can't believe I get to be on this journey with you. Wish I wasn't crying. I'm so lucky and I love you. Fall class of 2021, it's been an honor and a privilege to share these past years with you, the adjusting tables, the rapid releases, the intern parking lot. Now let's go make a difference. Thank you.
So as I said, we have two students from the winter class of 2022 who tied for the highest grade point average in their cohort. Literally, we checked it again, checked it again. We sent it to an actuary in San Francisco. It always came back the same. The decimal points were perfect, exactly the same. So we have two wonderful valedictorians. Our first valedictorian for the winter 2022 class is Chad Bell.
Hi, everybody. Let's get another round of applause for all the graduates here today. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the classes of fall 2021 and spring 2022. First of all, I would like to thank all the friends and family who have supported us throughout this journey. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are today. Thank you for being here to celebrate us on this milestone in our careers. I would like to give thanks to all the great faculty and staff who have worked tirelessly to help get us here. We have received a great education thanks to your hard work. I feel confident that we are prepared to take on whatever challenges come next in our lives. I would like to give a special shout out to two professors in particular today, Dr. Gina Edwards and Dave Straub. Over the course of our education at Life West, I'm pretty sure you two have held every position at the college at some point. With our class being the guinea pigs for the bridge program, you two were the glue that kept us together. Can we get one more round of applause for these two? It's crazy to think that we started this journey 3.5 years ago. Back then, I think I was still saying "a" or "sorry" at the end of all my sentences. Now we're preparing to go out into the world and serve our community as chiropractors. Some of my fondest memories of this class include spending every waking moment studying for exams and then bickering with each other over who got the right answers after the test. Beating up on one another in the technique labs, being interrupted in lecture by classmates' noises, bodily or otherwise, and trying to stay off the Life West Sleeps Instagram page. We had a few regulars, you know who you are. We shared some great times together. Then after about 1.5 years of spending all day, every day together, the pandemic hit and we were forced to be away from one another. We went into quarantine and had to come up with new ways to stay in contact. We made it work with Zoom calls and group chats, but that will never be as good as being here together like we are today. As we move on to the next chapters of our careers, we'll inevitably grow apart and separate. For some, that might seem daunting. Others, they can't wait. But just as we were here for one another in the classroom or the school clinic, we will always be here for one another in life. Our cohort was known for being loud and rowdy, but we were also known for being extremely tight-knit. Do not hesitate to reach out and lean on one another in our careers and our lives outside the clinic. Our willingness and passion for helping one another is a recipe for success. Let's take a moment to reflect and celebrate on all the accomplishments we've had before we look to the things ahead. It was an absolute honor to share this experience with this amazing cohort. And with an exception of a few of you, I wouldn't trade it for anything. If I know anything about you guys, it's that you'll become amazing chiropractors, doctors, and leaders in your community. I look forward to seeing the amazing things that we'll accomplish. And as I wrap this up, I want to give a big shout out to all the boys. Congratulations, classes of 2021 and 2022. Thank you.
The second winter, spring 2022 valedictorian is Joseph Bazil.
Before I get this started, I just want to let you guys know that part 4 board scores are up, so good luck. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to be here. I'd like to express my appreciation to all my professors, friends, fellow classmates, and family who helped to get me where I am right now. When we started together 3 years ago, this moment seemed to be so far away. But as we close out this chapter and begin the next, we have so much to look forward to as doctors of chiropractic. In the weeks leading to graduation, I wondered who would get valedictorian. When I heard that I would share this honor with Chad for our cohort, the first thought that ran through my mind was, great. I have to give a speech. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Abraham Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." As we move into the chiropractic world as doctors, we cannot wait for success to come to us. We must continue to work hard, care for our patients, and create a future that we are proud of. Classmates, best of luck on your future endeavors. Thank you, Lauren, for writing this. I truly look forward to seeing the success you achieve, and the best of luck keeping up with me. Thank you.
It's my honor to introduce our commencement speaker for this evening. Dr. Gerard Klum, fondly known as Dr. Jerry Klum, a A 1973 Palmer College of Chiropractic graduate, was a faculty member at Palmer College of Chiropractic, a founding faculty member at Life Chiropractic College, now Life University, and the very first president of Life Chiropractic College West, where he held the office for 30 years. That's January 1981 through January 2011. Dr. Klum served on the board of directors or as an officer of the Association of Chiropractic Colleges, the Council on Chiropractic Education, the International Chiropractors Association, the Foundation of Chiropractic Progress, and the World Federation of Chiropractic. And I can go on and on and on, but we cut it there. He presently serves on the board of directors of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress, the New Zealand Chiropractic Research Trust, the Australian Chiropractic College, and the Integrative Health Policy Consortium. Since retiring from the presidency of Life Chiropractic College West as president emeritus, he accepted appointments as presidential liaison for external affairs at Life University, director of the Octagon, and director of the Center for Compassion, Integrity, and Secular Ethics. In 2016, Dr. Klum accepted the position of executive director of the Rubicon Group. In 1980, Dr. Klum was awarded the honorary degree of Doctor of Chiropractic Humanities by Life Chiropractic College, and in 2018 was awarded a Doctor of Humane Letters by Life University. Dr. Klum and his wife of 47 years, Kathy Klum, have 3 children. Dr. Don, a 2000 graduate of Life West, Cassie, a 25-year employee of Life West, and Dr. Lauren, a 2005 graduate of Life West. And Dr. Lauren currently serves, as she mentioned, as the Dean of Clinical Operations at Life West. The Klums have been blessed with 4 grandchildren, the oldest of whom is a second-year DC student. I can go on and on about this man. Dr. Klum was the first person I met. He was my interview when I went to Life Chiropractic College in Atlanta, Georgia. I walked in for the interview. It was a snowy day in Atlanta, very, very rare. There was not one car on the road. I had to walk from a friend of mine's house. I get to the school, not knowing if he was even going to be there. I opened the door to where his office was, and I yelled, because there was no receptionists. I yelled, "Is Dr. Klum here?" And I heard, "In here." And I walked into his room and I didn't see him. And I said, "Dr. Klum?" He said, "Down here." And Dr. Klum was literally on his hands and knees cleaning his bookshelves because Mike Wallace and 60 Minutes were coming to the college to do a segment on chiropractic. And when I looked down, he said, "Come on down." And he threw me a rag and we cleaned the bookshelves together. That was my interview, but that also taught me what type of servant Dr. Jerry Klum is. He can have, and he has so many accolades, and he is the man right now in chiropractic. But I don't know one person who could match the heart of service and the dedication that he put in to chiropractic. And Kathy, I want to thank you for all those years of lending your wonderful husband to us, because it certainly was a feat of strength to do that. Would you please give a rousing welcome to our commencement speaker for this evening, our very first president of Life Chiropractic College West, Dr. Gerard Klum.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Oberstein. We all set up? Okay. Thank you. This works for me. How about? Thank you, Ron. Very, very generous of you, and I'm very grateful. I'm particularly appreciative of the lights and the inability to see anything. Because the people that I have seen already today have moved me to tears. I have worked a long time since the moment that Dr. Oberstein asked if I would give this address to fashion an address that would be appropriate for this moment, this 40-year window. Little did I know that the ceremony would include members of the first graduating class, some of our earliest faculty, and people that have seen every bit of this 40-year path. I'd like to begin with a little bit of an explanation for my infirmities. The last time I was here on campus was in mid-March. And I forgot what the event was for. I think it was part of the 40th anniversary kickoff. And shortly thereafter, I was involved in, had some health problems that developed, obviously. And not to get too clinical or to share too much information, I'm dealing with a problem with orthostatic hypotension. That when I'm sitting here right now, my blood pressure is about 120, maybe up a little bit at the moment. And when I stand up, it drops to about 70. It makes moving around pretty tough. And along the way, not respecting the realities of those numbers, I had a fall and wound up breaking both of my legs at the same time. The good news is I'm getting better. And the bad news, well, not bad news, no, the other part of the news is that the circumstances have given me a great deal in terms of lessons to be learned and opportunities to learn them. And I'm appreciative. I don't wish a broken leg on anybody, let alone two of them on anybody. But there's a level of vulnerability and a level of humility and a level of trust that's demanded of you when you find yourself in that spot. I'd like to thank in particular, and I appreciate Ron's acknowledgement of Kathy and my family, our family. I'd like to thank Kathy for these past months. When your legs stop working because they're broken, doesn't mean your bladder and your bowel do too. And the kindness and the compassion and the support that Kathy has shown me and my family has shown me, I could live a dozen lifetimes and not be able to pay back all that I've been given. This morning, I spent about an hour watching the funeral of Senator Robert Dole. And it was important for me, not from the Democrat or the Republican side, but from the statesman side. To acknowledge, as a citizen, a man that invested 80 years of his life in service to the country. To learn of his injuries during World War II. I never understood that thing he did with a pen. If you ever saw him moving around, it's because he was paralyzed. And I went on to hear the discussion of the work of this statesman. And at 98 years of age, representing the last 1.5% of the Americans that served in World War II, he was laid to rest by the Congress, by the nation. And thinking of that transition and that mark of history, I thought about today about the history of the not 77, but 20 years that Life West has been about, and the origins of the institution, the opportunities that were given, the rare chance to bring an institution not quite out of the ground, but pretty darn close through the accreditation and recognition processes, to have the opportunity to spend $30 million on a campus, and to be part of all of that growth and development is something I'm very, very grateful for. Aside from acknowledging my family, I'd like to acknowledge the faculty that go back to my time. Excuse me, let me correct that. I'd like to acknowledge all the faculty, but in particular, those that go back to my time. You were kinder to me than I deserved. You were gentler to me than you owed me. But we had a hell of a time together. And I'm grateful for every one of you. I am particularly thrilled to be surprised to see a dear friend I haven't seen in a number of years, who helped us establish the brand of Life West. You all know there are 2 chiropractic institutions in the Bay Area. And in the early days, it was a very, very neck and neck circumstance between the 2 of us. What started to distinguish us was our technique curriculum and the intensity with which we approached it. And a person who was central to that is with us today, Dr. Pete O'Hara. Dr. O'Hara was a godfather in the Gonstead technique community in this area and around the country for that matter. And he had many young chiropractors that wanted to learn with him, study from him. And the price of admission was that they needed to join the faculty of the college. They needed to teach with him in the technique department. And they needed to do it for free. And they did it that way for 10 years. 10 years. I can't thank you enough, Pete. I'll never forget the day I opened the mail and the mail was on my desk and I looked at it and there was a check there for $5 grand. And in 1981, $5 grand was 25, 30 or 40 today. Dr. O'Hara wanted us to buy the first video camera that the college had to be able to videotape our students in their technique setups to perfect their skills and improve their capacities. The kindness that has been extended to me through all of these people has been boundless. And I'm so grateful. But while thinking of and thanking the faculty, it is impossible to skip the moment that we're in and to think about the reality of the circumstances under which you have completed your degrees in an incredibly tactile, hands-on circumstance, to be banned from campus, to sent to the corners of the living complexes around the Bay Area and around the country to complete significant portions of your education. The capacity of the faculty to adapt, to rise to the occasion, and to provide the education and training they needed to in a creative, unheard of, unprecedented, and remarkable way is something I will admire and be astonished by till the day I die. The fact that I had nothing to do with the administration and management of the institution throughout all of those troubles is something I will be thankful for till the day I die. And I'd also like to thank the students. Your flexibility, your dedication. You weren't probably given a lot of choices of how to get it done, but it wasn't what you signed up for. And I want to acknowledge that and to thank you for your perseverance and your dedication and your flexibility to learn what you needed to learn the way you needed to learn it. Dr. Oberstein and I share a mentor in the founder of Life University, the founder of Life West, Dr. Sid Williams. And Sid often quoted Calvin Coolidge in a statement from Coolidge that persistence alone was omnipotent. The message I'd like to leave the graduates with today is that persistence alone is omnipotent. In this moment of crisis in our nation and around the world, you found a way to get the job done. I hope and pray you'll continue to find a way to get the job done. But understand that while everyone wants to know about the new normal, I would hold forth to you and for you that there is no new normal. Physiology is physiology. Gravity is gravity. Patients are patients. They want very few things from you. They want honesty. They want the measure of your skill and capacity and talent. And without knowing it, saying it, or articulating it, they want your love, your kindness, and your support. My hope and my prayer is that you'll be persistent in delivering all of those to everyone who comes under your hand. That you'll ask yourself at the end of every patient encounter, would I have done more for my mother? Would I have done it differently for my father? What if my wife needed care? Would that be what she would have gotten? I'd ask you to think about and ask yourself a very private question. Would I see me? If the answer is wavering, only you know. And it's up to you to backfill and find those spots and complete those blanks, as every single person who ever attempted to deliver any form of healthcare any place on the planet has done. That is not unique to you as a chiropractor. Continue your process of learning. Continue your process of growth. The last thing I'd like to ask you to do is to sidestep the fear. If you read the paper this morning, if you read it tomorrow morning, if you watch the news, whether it's the blue news or the red news, the level of fear is overwhelming. It is crippling. What we don't know as a people, or the population doesn't know at large, is that they are somaticizing that fear. It's become a part of the fabric of their lives and the warp and the woof of their being. I can't tell you how to bypass fear. I'd ask you to sidestep it. I'd ask you to let it go by. And you choose to do the thing that you do as chiropractors because you know it will help people better facilitate their management of all that they need to deal with over time. There will be so much that will come down the road in the future that people have taken into their being that they know nothing about, didn't feel it, weren't aware of it, and yet it crippled them. It brought them into great suffering. You cannot provide for them sharing in that suffering. You need to provide a path out of it. The path you've chosen is as a chiropractor. My last request of you graduates, I tried to think of what you grew up with and what things you watched. And I settled on The Lion King. I hope I hit your age group. If I didn't, keep it to yourself. But Mufasa spoke to his son Simba from the grave. And had one piece of advice. And the advice was, remember who you are. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you land in this world, there will be people in need of chiropractic care. There will be people whose lives will be compromised for lack of an adjustment. And I'd encourage you to deliver that care as enthusiastically, as effectively, as clinically sound, as clinically responsible as you could possibly do every day, day in and day out, for the rest of your lives. And in remembering who you are, honor everyone from D.D. Palmer in 1895 to your classmates sitting next to you for all that they represent to the profession, all we represent to humankind, and the opportunity to be of service to our fellow man. God bless you all. Godspeed to you. Congratulations, and thank you.
That's my dad. Very proud. Faculty, would you please rise? Life Chiropractic College West faculty members are devoted educators. Day by day, subject by subject, they present necessary academic information, encourage clinical expertise, model professionalism with humor and kindness, and guarantee compliance with the many regulations required of doctors of chiropractic. It is my honor and pleasure to ask you to join me in acknowledging the essential contributions these dedicated teachers have made to the accomplishments of today's graduates.
We are now going to announce the two recipients of the Presidential Award. The chiropractic profession attracts individuals with a wide variety of talents. Some of our students are brilliant scientists and incredible academicians. Others show great talent in communicating chiropractic and in building meaningful relationships. Some of our students are natural leaders who are always willing to jump in and participate in projects, while other students focus on adjusting and taking care of our patients in the health center. Then there are the students who show an all-around ability to thrive in all of these areas. They excel no matter what challenge is put in front of them. Tonight, I would like to recognize an exceptional student from each graduating class who excelled in all of the following areas: academic performance, leadership and participation, communicating chiropractic philosophy, and clinical excellence. In order to select these Presidential Award recipients, each class first nominated the students from their own cohort that they felt best exemplified these characteristics. Each nominee was then part of a rigorous selection process in order to determine the final selection for this prestigious award. Tonight, I am delighted to present the Presidential Award to the following students. And when your name is called, please come up onto the stage. They have no idea who they are, by the way. For the fall 2021 class, the Presidential Award goes to Nicole Wong Homer. Before I announce the winter 2022 recipient, I'd like to read you what is on each one of these plaques. It says Presidential Award presented to, with their name, in recognition for outstanding and dedicated performance in leadership, academics, health center, and community service, Life Chiropractic College West. Then it's either winter 2022 or fall 2021 class. Give, do, love, serve. For the winter 2022 class, the Presidential Award goes to Sagi Hebron.
Mr. President, upon the recommendation of the faculty and administration, I hereby present the following 86 worthy candidates for the degrees Doctor of Chiropractic. Brandy Nicole Babbitt, Warner Robins, Georgia. Brian Hernandez, Victorville, California. Christina Bruni, Palm Springs, California. Grant Rivera, Miami, Florida. Shayna Nolly, Sellersburg, Indiana. Syra Burney, Houston, Texas. Chloe Leitner, co-presented with her father, Dr. Dan Spinato, both from San Diego, California. Kai Hua Shu Rizzo, from Taipei, Taiwan, co-presenting with his husband, Dr. Brian Rizzo, San Francisco, California. Nicole Wong Homer, San Diego, California. Rachel Wong Homer, San Diego, California. Rachel Michelle Howley, Vacaville, California. Matthew Durant, Tracy, California. Sagi Hebron, San Diego, California. Joseph Belzil, Lancaster, California. Blake Edmondson, Visalia, California. Brittany Samantha Brockman, Bakersfield, California. Sarah O'Hara, co-presenting with her parents, Dr. Peters, excuse me, goodness, Doctors Peter and Lori O'Hara, Santa Barbara, California. Bree Lang, Kelowna, British Columbia. Miranda Given, Kingston, Ontario. Eric Kenneth Cabeza, San Mateo, California. Garrett Wu, Fremont, California. Aaron Vella, Longmont, Colorado. Rodrigo Velasquez, Exeter, California. Chad Bell, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Kenneth Kwong, Foster City, California. Vinny Shalapal, Union City, California. Alexander Leonard, Cold Lake, Alberta, Canada. Ryan Garcia, Lakeview Terrace, California. Trevor Ian Prater, Bend, Oregon. Gavin Hole, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Fiona Mansi Chung, Fremont, California. Mason Staley, Sacramento, California. Chris Connolly, Santa Rosa, California. Mark Olin, Lake Tahoe, California. Melissa Ferguson from Castro Valley, California, co-presenting with her uncle, Dr. David Curry, Fremont, California. Sang-Han Shin, Ilsan, South Korea. Jonathan Dye, Las Vegas, Nevada. Amy Chin, Oakland, California. Christopher Wynn, Galloway, New Jersey. Michael Baba, Orange County, California. Nathaniel Zio Graham, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Patrick Sage, Linden, Michigan. Ben Rotman, Malibu, California. Ivan Ortiz, Tucson, Arizona. Naomi Schroeder, Pine Top, Arizona. Kurt Schroeder, Chicago, Illinois. Nicole Marie Giovi, Fountain Valley, California. Kelsey Steele, Orange County, California. Keone Dellerman, Layton, Utah. Dalvar Singh Atwal, Turlock, California, USA. Reinhard Johannes Henstock, Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Banafsha Sahibzada, Tracy, California. Serena Wong, San Francisco, California. Okay, we got it. Kaylee Marie Padilla, Aberdeen, Washington. Diana Tapio, Miami, Florida. Gerline Brar, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Manitoba, Canada. Harpreet Loti, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Tree Lay, Saigon, Vietnam. Glenn Guinto, Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Ophi Kalu, Morgan Hill, California. Nicole Rivera Velez, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Maria Trinidad Vasquez Orozco, La Grande, California. Michelle Abamonte, Phoenix, Arizona. Chelsea McAllister, Salida, California. Tanya McAllister, Salida, California. Nicholas Teixeira, Santa Maria, California. Sophia Grandstaff, San Diego, California. Stephen Trong, Los Angeles, California. Esme Christensen, Hudson Valley, New York.
I love you.
Dylan J. Wasserman, Woodland Hills, California. Lauren MG, San Anselmo, California. Jasmine Beard, Lincoln, California. Daniel La'Akea Moleni, Vaini, Tongatapu, Tonga. Donald Bang, co-presenting with his brother-in-law, Dr. Lee Andre Hugh, Fresno, California. Dave Douglas, Oakland, California.
Yeah, like that.
Adriano A. Reyes, Luquillo, Puerto Rico. Bert Rodriguez Huff Jr., Milledgeville, Georgia. Dayanara Day Thompson, San Francisco, California, co-presenting with her cousin, Dr. Cedric Stewart, Watts, California. Violet Dolores Aris, Pleasant Hill, California. Xavier Q. Crawford, Watts, California. James Robert Day, co-presented with his mother, Dr. Judy Alice Day of San Leandro, California. Lorraine D. Moore, Temecula, California. Scott Forbes, San Clemente, California. M. Ryan Saldivar, Union City, California.
In 1978, a new chiropractic college was founded in San Lorenzo by doctors George Anderson and George Wentland. 12 people enrolled in the college's first class with the belief that this new institution was the right place for them to train them to be chiropractors. It took believing, hoping, and a whole lot of faith to be part of this new college. And tonight, we have 10 members of this founding class, and they're with us. Unlike our current graduates, this class was never able to stand on stage together and receive their degrees. While the college was still waiting accreditation, some completed their studies at other chiropractic colleges. This class holds a special place in our hearts and in the hearts of the Life West community. And we are thankful that they took the risk to join a brand new college and then work so hard to help shape its culture and educational landscape. Without them, quite possibly, none of us would be here tonight. As we come to the end of our 40th anniversary year, we want to recognize 10 of these doctors. And something I want you to understand, 2 of these doctors, I believe 2, maybe a few more, waited 2 years to graduate. They had to wait when Life Chiropractic College West took over Pacific States for accreditation so that they could actually practice from an accredited college. Story has it, they can only confirm it along with Dr. Klum, that Dr. Klum had him come to the school and take out library books. They were not supposed to return them when they were due. If you're out of school for over a year or a period of time, you have to repeat and repeat. But we cannot graduate a student who owes money to the institution. So as their library fines continued to climb and climb and climb, once we got accreditation, Dr. Klum reached out to him and said, "Bring your books back now." Word has it, Michael Zabellin cost him near $5,218 in fines. He's paying it off every month for the last 40 years. But this class is certainly special to us. What they endured, some of them leaving their homes, leaving their families to go to other colleges so that they could graduate from an accredited school, but they will always be the founding class of Pacific States and Life Chiropractic College West.
Mr. President, upon the recommendation of the faculty and administration, I hereby present the following worthy members of the founding class of Pacific States, which then became Life Chiropractic College West. Dr. Miguel Gracie, Mesa, Arizona. Dr. Michael Zabellin, San Francisco, California. Dr. Ken Laver, Manteca, California. Dr. Lydia Wolney, Union City, California. Dr. Mary Thomas Weiss, Everett, Washington. Dr. Carol Ball, El Sobrante, California. Dr. Joseph Ball, El Sobrante, California. Dr. Claudia Onrig, Fresno, California. Dr. Dawn Oyao, Benicia, California. Dr. Ron Norlinger, Murphys, California.
Tonight, to end our celebration before we do the chiropractic oath and the turning of the hoods, or the tassels, I'm sorry, we have one final award. And it's a presidential citation. On the final graduation of our 40th anniversary year, I am deeply honored to bestow the presidential citation for Doctor of Chiropractic Humanities to Dr. Daniel Murphy. Dr. Murphy graduated magna cum laude. Who wouldn't think that, right? From University of Western States and has been in private practice for more than 42 years. He has also been an adjunct professor at Life Chiropractic College West for just under 40 years and has led more than 1,400 postgraduate continuing education seminars. This man is on the road 53 weekends a year. From 2003 to 2009, he served as a vice president of the International Chiropractors Association and was chosen by the organization as Chiropractor of the Year for 2009. Not only does Dr. Murphy exemplify the Life West values of giving, doing, loving, and serving, but he is also a true master within our profession and is recognized worldwide for his expertise on rapidly evolving developments in the science of chiropractic. Life West is proud to call Dr. Dan Murphy one of our own, and today we are memorializing that in the record books. Dr. Murphy, we thank you for your years of service to the profession, to our students, and to Life West. Dr. Dan Murphy.
Hi, everyone. Dan Murphy, chiropractor. I got the call 40 years ago, 1981, from Dr. Jerry Klum, who I sat next to today. And it was less than 5 minutes. And the end of the call was, you start next quarter. And that was my interview. And I've been here at Life West ever since. I have a senior class. This quarter, I am doing a class on neurology and pathology. Yeah, the entire path of my career was set by that phone call. I have become not just a chiropractor, but a teacher of chiropractic. Hey, have you guys seen this year's Nobel Prize? It's on mechanoreceptors. Take a look. The way we live, exist, and function in gravity hit the Nobel Prize this year, 2 months ago. One of the Nobel laureates is from UC San Francisco. I'm concerned when I see the old class, the thing that is always interesting is the number that will say, are you still on campus? And the answer is yes. Some of the a little bit more rude ones say, you're still alive? I go, yes, I'm still alive and we're still kicking. We have not peaked. I'm a little concerned about this award, this honor that I am getting today, only in that you think, well, are they going to put you out to pasture because you're, it's 40 years now on the job here. And I don't want that to happen because in the audience is my daughter and my grandson. My goal is to be here when he goes through the program. He's 4. And so a great time to be a chiropractor. Bless all of you for being here. And I'm turning the mic back over to Dr. Oberstein.
Well, this is the part that we've been waiting for. And I have to tell you, after my first graduation ceremony, this is what sold me on what we do at the college. Will the graduates and any chiropractors in the audience please stand? We are conferring the Doctor of Chiropractic degree. By and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents in the state of California, I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Chiropractic upon these 86 worthy candidates. Candidates and doctors in the audience, if you'll repeat after me, and you have this in your booklet also. It's on page 5. And just for our audience to know this, this is one of the very first classes that when I got to the college, they went through a class, just one class with me, not a course. And we actually did this in first quarter. They actually read this because we go from the standpoint of to be, act as if. That's what William James said. So I told them, this is your dress rehearsal. And today is the final culmination. So here we go. If you repeat after me, it's going to start off with a little trick. It's going to say, I state your name. So don't say state your name. You'll state your own name. I. You did good. In accordance with the law of nature. That law which God has prescribed to all humankind. And in consequence of my dedication to the restoration of the sick to health by the application of that law, I promise and swear to keep to the best of my ability and judgment the following oath. I will observe and practice every acknowledged rule of professional conduct in relation to my profession, my patient, my colleague, and myself. I will keep an open mind regarding the progress of my profession, provided that this progression shall be confined within the boundaries of the chiropractic science, philosophy, and art. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither confidence nor dignity. And in my association with patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I shall regard and refer to my fellow chiropractor with honor, giving credit where it is due. I shall improve my knowledge and skill, firm in my resolution to justify the responsibility which the degree Doctor of Chiropractic symbolizes and imposes. To all this, I pledge myself, knowing these ideals are prescribed by the dictates of reason alone. Graduates, it's time to do an age-old honor. The tassels on your cap, and you have to let me know because you have TAMs, so do they actually move or are they cement? So you're going to turn your actual hat. The tassels on your cap historically have been a symbol of influence and prestige. They were first affixed to the graduation caps by scholars from Oxford and Cambridge, marking their intellectual accomplishments. The turning of your tassel represents the opening of the next chapter of your life, moving from student to graduate doctor. I invite you now to turn your tassels from right to left as confirmation of you becoming doctors of chiropractic. Family, friends, and loved ones, I'd like to present to you the graduating classes of the fall 2021 and winter 2022 Doctors of Chiropractic. Congratulations.
Thank you.